Hey guys, it's time for another Gotham review. This time reviewing Gotham Season 2, Episode 8, titled Tonight's the Night. If you haven't seen the episode yet and you want to avoid any spoilers, you're going to want to skip this video and come back later, because everything I say from this point forward is going to be a spoiler. And wow, what a great episode for Barbara. She is so just creepy and cold and terrifying. This was a fantastic episode for Barbara, and I'm really glad she didn't die at the end because I want to see more of that character. Although I do believe she's going to die eventually, and that the guilt from that, from Gordon not being able to save her, is why he's going to name his daughter Barbara once he has her. There's a really interesting line of dialogue from Lee as she's talking to Gordon right after he left the interview room with Barbara, and she says, basically you're mentally unstable too. You see an abyss and you have to run toward it. And she's right. And he puts himself in danger, he puts his colleagues in danger, he puts his lovers in danger, and he puts his career in danger. And that seems to be a theme throughout the entire series, to the point where I'm waiting for Gordon to break through that, because it's getting to the point where it's like, alright, how is he even still a cop? Because it's that whole it really is kind of a mental illness, just like Lee said. And of course, because of that, Barbara is able to lure him into a trap, and a lot of the new members of the task force get killed. Harvey gets hurt really bad when the semi runs into the cruiser. And Lee almost dies. Lee gets captured. We didn't get to see how that happened. How did they get her out of GCPD? Because presumably she was still there in the morgue. So how they actually, abducted her, we don't really know. And it seems like after all of this, Lee is really starting to, lose her patience with Gordon. And I think sooner rather than later, that relationship is going to break. Also in this episode, Theo Gallivan makes an offer that Bruce has a hard time dealing with. It's a very moral dilemma kind of a situation for Bruce, and he consults Alfred about it, and I can tell that Alfred really wanted to tell him not to sell the company, but just Bruce was so distraught that he couldn't bring himself to advise Bruce to keep the company and to bide his time and be patient. He just that compassion in that moment, he couldn't give him that little piece of advice. And Bruce almost goes through with it. He comes this close, and he changes his mind at the last minute, and Gordon busts in to arrest Theo. And as Theo is getting it, right before Gordon gets to him, he pitches the file on Bruce's parents' murderers into the fire, so Bruce is still in the dark as to who killed his parents. And he's like, I'll do anything. So in that moment, I think he has a lot of remorse for not making the deal right then and having that paper in his hand. But in the long run, I think he's going to realize that this was actually a good thing. And finally, Nigma, trying to dispose of Mrs. Kringle's body. He gets set upon by a hunter, and he has to kill that guy. And then as he's going to get supplies, somebody comes by and he eats his sandwich. And it's just kind of a comedy of errors, and I really enjoyed it. I'm getting a big kick out of Nigma now that he's come basically full into the Riddler. And what's great is he connects with Penguin at the end of the episode. Penguin was the person who walked through the burial site, and stole the sandwich, and Nigma's able to track him down to a little trailer, and Penguin and Penguin and the Riddler are going to hook up, and I'm really excited to see where this goes from now on, because is this going to be like the first real supervillain team-up that we're going to get, or is Nigma still, right now, at his core, a forensic analyst for GCPD, and is he going to maybe turn on the Penguin initially and maybe not be like a full real supervillain? I'm not sure exactly where Nigma is. It seems like he is full Riddler, but maybe not entire. I don't know. It's a really interesting scenario. I'm looking forward to seeing where it goes. Okay, overall, I did really enjoy this episode. I had one problem near the end of the episode. As Gordon is being fired upon by Tabitha after he's broken the rope as he was tied up, Tabitha's shooting at him, and he takes cover and leaves Lee totally exposed. I'm like, dude, that's gonna ruin your relationship right there, because she's in the chair and she's like doing like this, trying not to get shot as he's taking cover behind bodies. And I'm like, wow, man, way to protect your lady. Jeez. But that's really the only problem I had with the episode. Alright, I would love to know what you guys think. Let me know down in the comments if I missed anything, if I got anything wrong. Let me know down there and we can discuss it. Also, if you enjoyed this review, and I certainly hope you did, be sure to let me know by clicking the like button and subscribe for more reviews. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.